improving your mental health, automatically your mental hygiene also increase. While taking too much of snacks or obesity also automatically it comes. It is in a negative way, but in a mental health, if you are maintaining the mental hygiene, automatically your mental illness will be reduced. So, what are the methods I have to preserve my mental health first? Kind of maintaining the mental health. That means the study of maintaining the mental health. How I can study the particular mental health? Through the practice of trying to maintaining the mental health. I regularly practice. For example, how I can study my mental health? Take a piece of paper, write down the facts as I already told you in the first entry itself. Take a piece of paper and write down the particular illness, what are all hindrances or barriers to do any activity or to listen the class or to enter into a new learning. எதெல்லாம் எனக்கு புதிதாக கற்றுக்கொள்வதற்கு தடை செய்கிறதோ, that you have to rectify first. Then practice of trying to maintaining mental health. It is not an easy way to immediately eradicate or bind or stop or limit or not obeying the particular one or not following the particular one or to leave the particular negative habits immediately, bad habits immediately. But we can do that because of the practice. That's why in psychologically they have mentioned that practice makes success. Yes. So the through practice of trying to maintaining the mental health through proactive behavior. You all know that what is a proactive. That means it is totally different from the hyperactive. Many people are active now, like we are, because even though in a pandemic situation, you people are very clever to utilizing your time to learn something, to gain something. After finishing your one webinar, automatically you are entering into another webinar, side by side you are doing something. So these are all the expression of a proactive. And that is another, and you have to treat your mental health. Practice it regularly. Then signs of promoting mental health and preventing mental illness through application of psychiatry and psychology. How I can rectify or how I can prevent my mental illness, that is very, very important. Why I have to rectify my mental illness? Because your mental illness spoils your life. They spoil your mood. They first your life. They spoil your mood. Automatically you express aggressive behavior to the opponent person. Automatically expressing so many non-violence. So many non-violence means even using of bad words. Opposite to the ahimsa. So that you have to be very careful. I didn't mention in the slide, just I am giving orally, make a note of it. A mental illness, the elements of the mental illness, that means nothing but, what is that? Abnormality. In simple we say that abnormality. Why I am mentioning the word abnormality? That abnormality is nothing but abnormality. It is opposite to the normal. We know that. That causes by some elements that you can make a note of a simple denotes, that means a simple symbol, that is sim, S-I-M, sim, U-V square O, S-I-M, U, V square, nothing but double time you have to write V. Then O. So what is this sim UV square O? Just for remembering you are writing this. Okay, there is no need to mark up, just to recall that. What is this? Yes, suffering. Suffering causes the particular abnormality, that means mental illness. Second one, I, that is irrationality or incomprehensibility. Incomprehensibility, that means புரிந்து கொள்ளாமை. என்ன புரிஞ்சுக்கவே மாட்டியா, நான் சொல்றது உனக்கு புரியலையா? Many times you are saying the particular words. புரியல இல்ல நீ சொல்றது என்னால புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியல, நான் சொல்றது உனக்கு புரிஞ்சுக்க முடியல. That is not in a comprehensive level up to the particular opponent. We are expecting everyone has to understood in an equal manner like us. No, it is not possible. Each one is unique in nature. your desire is totally different from another one person. So how we are expecting the same understanding ability to the another person? Even though you are in the same, maybe a thick friends or a bestie, whomever it may be, but they never understood in every time or in any, even a single wavelength is not work out to particular person because of this particular elements, it means abnormality. Then third one is the maladaptiveness. Maladaptiveness. What do you mean by the word maladaptiveness? That means opposite to the adaptation. தன்னைத்தானே தன்னுடைய சூழ்நிலைக்கு ஏற்றமாக தகவைத்துக் கொள்ள இயலாமை. But you people are very adaptive, because if you want to learn something, immediately you learn the particular knowledge, the information, or a sharing of the particular information through FCC, that means free conference call. So you know that very well how to adapt the technology to learn something. So that shows your mentally health. And next one is the U. That U represents the unpredictability. Unpredictable. நான் கொஞ்சம் கூட நினைச்சே பார்க்கலப்பா நீ இப்படி பேசுவேன்ட்டு. That means unpredictable. அனுமானமின்மை. நம்மளோட யூகம் செய்ய இதில் நினைச்சு கூட பார்த்துருக்க மாட்டோம்னு சொல்லுவோம். That is the loss of our control. Then next one is the V. Vividness. What do you mean by the word vividness? Vividness, that is not willing to do any action. மலையாளத்தில் சொல்லுவோம் மடிச்சி அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். மடிச்சின்னா சோமேரி, lazy people. So like that, not willing to do any work at any action and any time. It means opposite to the acceptable. It is nothing but while whatever they are saying, immediately they are saying the negative one. That is a vivid person. That kind of person also persons make us to feel in a mental illness. For example, a person to carry a board. For example, eat at Josh. Some of them may accept, but some of them are unwilling to carry. Am I correct? For example, take an example of yourself. Some of them are, want to have a coffee and anywhere, any place, whenever they are going in some outing, immediately they will park the vehicle, or in whenever the bus is stopped in a particular area, immediately they get down the bus and then they had the tea or coffee. They never bother about anything, the cleanliness and many things. But some of them are immediately they are saying that you should not take like that, you should not. They are giving, seeing a numerous cleanliness that makes the people to be very vivid to the particular action. That is accepted. But one side, we have to consider the particular personality. So that V is representing, the first one is the vividness. Take a note of it. I will ask that the particular sim UV squared O in our unit 9 session after closing the particular full classes. Then I will ask in the test. Okay, don't forget. Make a note of it. That's why I didn't put in the slide, because immediately you can take a screenshot. You know, I don't want to learn something. That's what. And the next V is nothing but violation moral, or it may be an ideal standards. Violation moral means they are expressing the violation. That's why they are very mentally ill, expressing the aggressive behavior. That means not in a lovely person. They are immediately expressing their anger, immediately expressing their emotion, negative emotion towards the opposite side, whomever it may be. At the same time, they feel too shy, too ambitious, too restrained, not sufficient ambitious. Why I am mentioning these words? Too aggressive, too restrained, too shy. In our class itself, or in our among the classmates, or in your group itself, or in our friend circles, or in your family members, some of them are not willing to share many things or to speak to the other person. ஒரு குரூப் இருப்பாங்க, அந்த குரூப்லேயே தான் அவங்க பேசிப்பாங்க, அவங்களுக்குள்ளே தான் அவங்க சேட்டிங்கில் இருப்பாங்க, அவங்க போனால் இவங்க சேர்ந்து லீவ் எடுப்பாங்க. இந்த மாதிரி அந்த ஒரு சர்க்கிள்குள்ளே இருப்பாங்க. சில பிள்ளைங்க they are not able to express their emotion even to the friends. They feel too shy. That kind of people so comes under the category of the mental illness of violation moral, abnormality. That's also abnormality. Then the last one is the alphabet O. Observer discomfort. Observer discomfort. That is very dependent person, very dependent person feeling discomfort. Often enable them to feel more comfortable, but psychologically they are all conflict creators. For example, raising the volume of the radio. I think you can see the movie of Raja Rani, that is observer discomfort. While the Nayanthara is ready to sleep, but automatically the another hero, that means the hero, raise the volume of the TV. This observer discomfort. Take an example of our own classrooms and among our friends. If doesn't want to attend the particular class immediately, what we do that? For example, now if you don't want to attend the class, you just remove the particular headphone. The resource person is saying blah blah blah. Then immediately after that, if you are seeing the slide, immediately come back and attending something. So little bit. Sometimes also we are behaving like that and abnormality because of this mental illness abilities, mental illness elements. So these elements is nothing but only SMUV squared O. I am repeating the particular one. S, suffering. I, irritational or incomprehensibility. M represents maladaptiveness. U represents unpredictability and loss of control. Then V represents vividness and violation. Then the last one, O, represents observer discomfort. These are the mental elements which will make you and lead you to produce the neurosis and psychosis, mental disorders, because of this mental illness. But our mental health main objective is these two: preventing the mental disorders, preventing the development of mental psychosis and the neurosis. Because nowadays it is increasing. The mental disorder, mental psychosis are increasing because of so many people are lost their economical status, getting 50% salary, 25% salary, 75% salary, 0% salary, no work, no salary. Like that, many schools, many colleges are saying that time the people, those who are working in the schools and colleges, they are suffering a lot. They lost their mental health. At the same time, they lead to the mental disorder. Even not only in the teaching field, in all the areas, most probably the corona affects the economical status of an individual from the bottom to top. That's why they committed suicide nowadays. Even a policeman, because of this home loan. Many things. So that mental illness automatically leads to the mental disorder. So once you develop the mental hygiene, automatically the mental disorder will spoil, rectified, eradicated, eliminated. So the mental psychosis and neurosis also we can see in a later section in a deep manner. And role of a family to develop mental health. Why I am mentioning the word family? Because you people are teachers, student teachers, maybe a professors or assistant professors, principals, parents. Anyway, we are living in a family. Maybe in our family and in our working family, in our friends' family. So we all work together in a various society formation. So the base is our family. So that's why I am mentioning the word family, role of a family to develop mental hygiene. Do not compare your child with others. Clearly I am saying, don't compare your child with others. See that guy is getting too much of mark than you because you are studying regularly, but he doesn't study regularly, but he got good mark, you got low mark. Don't compare your life. Then many times you are saying that in your children. But we take an example in me also. Don't say like that. You are the role model for your kid. நம்ம அம்மா நம்ம விட்டு கொடுப்போமா? நம்ம அம்மா பார்த்து சொல்லுவோமா, உனையமா நான் இருக்க மாட்டேம்மா, நான் வேற மாதிரி இருப்பேன்னு சொல்லுவோமா? சொல்ல மாட்டோம். இப்போ நம்ம பிள்ளைங்க மட்டும் நம்ம ஏன் சொல்லணும்? நம்ம பிள்ளைங்க தான் நம்மளோட ஸ்ட்ரென்த், நம்ம பிள்ளைங்க தான் நம்மளுடைய உலகமே. நம்ம பிள்ளைங்க நீங்க சொல்லும்போது நமக்கு பிறந்த பிள்ளைங்க, நம்மகிட்ட படிக்கிறதுக்காக வந்திருக்க நம்மளோட பிள்ளைங்க. ஸோ நம்ம ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸும் சரி, நம்மளுடைய வீட்டில் இருக்க குழந்தையும் சரி, 2 பேரும் ஒன்று தான். பட் we should not compare any child with other because each one is unique. We know that very well. We only talk to the students, each one is unique. But while we are in a particular situation, immediately we are saying that we are comparing the particular child with another neighborhood or in a family member, or it may be in our staff child, many things. So don't please compare. Then show love and sympathy, please, because just remember your school days and college days. Maybe at during the age of maybe those who are born in the 70s and 80s, please remember your school days. You people are enjoyed well without any pollution. There is no electronic gadgets, only the TV, that is in a volume. In Friday, only one single, in Chitrahar, they are telecasted only one Tamil song, and Friday volume they are given 4 to 5 songs. That is your diversion. That is a limitation of your diversion. On the radio, those who are in aged people, they are hearing some news and songs and all. No diverting social media during your school days and college days. While you are studied, you are given a PG degree. But after that 80 and 90s kids, especially 90s kids, you are a very blessed and very challenged, very tough person, because you are facing too many challenges in the social media. Even though you are listening to the online classroom, at the same time you are checking your WhatsApp, checking your Facebook, you have to reply to them, otherwise the opponent person will raise the question, what are you doing? So these are all the various affecting sources. That time you are reaching the goal also. So these much of suffering were faced by my students, by my kid. It is also applicable to all. So that time we should not say that. Just express your love and your sympathy. They are facing too many challenges in this pandemic situation. Take an example of in this classroom itself. Taking the session or taking the sharing of information through the direct conference, direct web seminar is easy to see the particular participants' expression. But this is really challenging for the resource person to take the session without seeing anyone. So that time they are ready to learn something because of their eagerness and knowledge level improvement, enhancing the particular information gathering sources. That time you have to feel very sympathy and love to them. Don't express any aggressive behavior to them. Do not complain in front of others. Please don't complain in front of others. That is very important, because that time that guy may feel very shy. They neglect. That's why the social media, through many of the films they are expressing. Take an example of that Vetayadu Vilayadu film. You may say that, ma'am, you are mentioning too many films, ma'am, you are a film addict. Yes, I can see. Even to my students, my aggressive group of institution students also, I said that go and watch the film, get the positive things from that. As a teacher, you have to see the film and make a note of it, which are all you have to follow and which you should not follow. Because teachers have to know that what is happening in the society. The social media is exposing the particular one through the newspaper, through the Facebook, through the film, through the particular thing, except the serial. Why I am against the serial means that is an addict. If you are watching the film just 3 hours, that's all. But you can take the core of the film, not in any actor. The particular film, that both the guys are affected by individually, they are compliant in front of others, so that the people who are making, even though the medicine guy, they can turn into the criminals. So please don't complain in front of others. That's why I given the third point, do not complain in front of others. Then fulfill their basic needs first. That is very important. We are all blessed babies, really. We are all blessed dears. Why I am mentioning we are blessed? Just type in your Google, see that those who are the needy people in Kenya, in Western countries, the people are suffering a lot because of this basic needs are not satisfied by their parents. They never bother about it. But you people are blessed. After attending the online seminar or online webinar, immediately you are going to go and ask your mom to get the food from her own hand. Or you have to prepare for your family. But the basic need is not fulfilled by many of the person in the world. That's why I tell you, we are all blessed. Give a secure feeling. Many times you have to say, I am with you, I am for you, I am always with you, don't worry. Like that you have to say to your kid and your students, secure them. You may thought that I securing him indirectly, if I am expressing immediately, she will take or he will take an advantage. No. Remember, your father and your mother. Take an example of your parents. They give secure feeling, that's why you reached in this level. Why can't you? So give a secure feeling. Then frequently use the words, God is always with you. God is always watching us. God is always with us. நம்ம அழுதாலும் சரி, நம்ம சிரிச்சாலும் சரி, நம்ம அடுத்தவங்களை காயப்படுத்தினாலும் சரி, கடவுள் நம்ம கூடயே தான் இருப்பார். கடவுள் நம்ம பார்த்துட்டே தான் இருப்பார். ஆனால் அதுக்கு ஏற்ற மாதிரி அப்பப்பைக்கு கடைசியில் நமக்கு கிடைச்சிட்டே இருக்கும். That's why I think that I am for you. We are always friends. Like that you can say. That will boost up your mental health, that will lead to your mental hygiene and your surroundings also. Reinforce them in a positive, verbally and non-verbally, both. Frequently அவங்களை என்கரேஜ் பண்ணிட்டே இருங்க. அது எப்படி மேம் தப்பு பண்ணாங்கன்னு எப்படி என்கரேஜ் பண்ண முடியும்? தப்பு பண்ண நான் என்கரேஜ் பண்ண சொல்லலை, ஆனால் அதுக்காக ஹார்ஷாக நடந்துக்கவும் கூடாது. அப்புறம் ஒரு நாள் நம்ம பிள்ளைங்க நம்மளை விட்டுட்டு வேற யாராவது பாசமானவங்கள்ட்ட போனதுக்கப்புறம் நம்ம ஐயோ அப்படி போயிட்டாங்கன்னு சொல்றதுல அர்த்தமே இல்லை. திறம்பை கையாளதான் தன் மகனை பகைக்கிறான் அப்படின்னே இருக்கு. அதுக்காக பெரம்பெடுத்து அடிங்கன்னு சொல்லலை கடவுள். கண்டிக்கணுன்ற வார்த்தைக்கு அது கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, அவ்வளவுதான். Then do not avoid them in any situation. எந்த சிச்சுவேஷன்ல நீ என்கிட்ட பேசாத, போ, நான் அவன்கிட்ட பேச மாட்டேன், நீனுமே நான் அம்மானே கூப்பிடக்கூடாது, நான் உன் ஃப்ரெண்டே இல்லடி, நீ என்கிட்ட பேசவே பேசாத, அப்படிலாம் சொல்லாது. Don't avoid them in any situation. We doesn't know the opponent situations and their challenging, because ஒவ்வொருத்தருக்கும் அவங்களோட பாதையில நிறைய முட்கள் இருக்கும். அதை தாண்டி தான் நம்மகிட்ட சில விஷயங்களுக்காக நம்மளோட டைம் ஸ்பெண்ட் பண்ணும்போது they get some recreation. அதை விட்டுட்டு எப்பவுமே நம்ம அந்த பேசிட்டே இருக்கணும், நம்ம கூட எப்பவுமே இருக்கணும், பாசிட்டிவாவே இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு நினைக்கிறது, that shows the immaturity. That will affect your mental hygiene and affect the opponent mental hygiene also. Then, can you guess what is this? Can I get the answer from the chat box? Fighting, scolding, anger, abusing, quarreling, scolding. Okay, good. So these are all, you people are very clever. Given that so many synonyms for the particular one, that is nothing but, and psychologically this says that conflict. Yes. Mana poratam sollu. போராடாத வாழ்க்கை இல்லை, போராடாம ஜெயிக்கவும் முடியாது, போராடினா மட்டும்தான் ஜெயிக்க முடியும். நம்ம எதுக்கெல்லாம் போராடுறோம் தெரியுமா இப்ப இருக்க சமுதாயத்துல? சிம்பிள் திங், we are facing the conflict to get rice, food, free rice from the ration, free things from the ration, amount for voting, many things. என்ன மேம் இப்படிலாம் பேசுறீங்க? ரைட், பிகாஸ் தட் இஸ் ஆல் இன் a context that starts from the basic one. When entering to the field of mental, how it affects the particular conflict, how the conflict affects the mental hygiene and mental health, how it makes the mental illness, conflict. You people have learned many things in your previous days itself, how we are facing the particular conflict person. What is the word? What is the meaning of the word conflict? the next slide, that means next film, the next image, can you able to see that particular kid is frustrated because of this learning. Because always they're saying that study. Let them live, let them enjoy. In our days, in our school days, still I remember my own school days, my mom and dad, my mom is a working woman and my father is a supervisor. But my mother is very strict, like us. It is the nature of a lady to get the children to become a very higher order level at the same high posting to study for that from KG onwards. But my father is a very good friend for me. As usual, opposite sex, no. So that my father always used to tell me to clean the upstairs. And still I remember my school days. With my father, I used to go with the school by my bicycle. My father followed me every day, and while I'm riding the bicycle correctly like that up to my 6th standard, I think. Then after the days, we just used to take where maybe if we got a small amount like that of 1 rupee or 2 rupee, immediately we go to the particular shop and then we can get a rental cycle. For 1 hour they will pay 50 paise. We used to play cycling with along with our friends, wearing a new dresses, a Christmas, New Year. And on that days we doesn't, there is no diversion in the electronic gadgets like you people. Just enjoying with the friends. So whenever they are saying that, my mummy entered immediately when she says that, she usually says that particular word, till now I will learn anything new today, like that. That's all make me to be maybe a little bit higher. But nowadays we are stressing, continuously giving stress to the kid, study, because we are comparing with that time the kid expressing the frustration. Even BS students also, MS scholars also, frustrating mind. It is not only in the students, not only in the scholars, in every individual having a frustrated mind because of the situation. Okay, let me enter into the theme of the particular one, conflict and frustration. What is the meaning of the word conflict? It means a synonym: dispute, quarrel, clash, disagreement, squabble, a state of opposition between ideas, struggle of an opposition. These are all the conflict. Example, in our family members itself, if I saying it is not applicable for our home, immediately your husband or your brother or your mother or your father may say that no need for us because we will buy it later. The quarrel starts, the clash starts. When it reaches a high level, because of that struggle of an opposition between ideas. That's why, because you are saying it is a green, that is green, that is a blue. It's bluish green maybe. So the conflict mainly means that dispute, quarrel, clash, disagreement, squabble, a state of opposition between ideas, a struggle of an opposition. So why I mentioned giving the two words, vocabulary in both the slides means frustration, because this is increasing into the art, it leads to the frustration, that's what. Feeling of being upset. If continuously one person is raising the voice and proving the particular incident as in truth or maybe anything, that time that opponent person, another person feeling upset, status. Feeling of being annoyed, ignorance, that time that leads to the frustration. யாருமே கண்டுக்கல, நான் யார்கிட்ட சொல்றதுன்னே தெரியல, யாருமே என்கிட்ட சரியா பேசல, நான் சொன்னா இந்த வீட்டில் எதுக்குமே மதிப்பே இருக்காது. Like that many times women are saying that particular frustrating mind, because we are emotionally attached, emotionally binded with one another, emotionally dependent. That's what we are all suffering. Then common emotional response and annoyance. Because of emotional responses is a common, but it is ignorant, annoyed by the another person. Simply I am saying an example. If you have prepared a very good food in the morning, maybe your mother prepared a very good food in the morning. What is your expectation from your mother? Or what is your expectation from your side to the mother? Mother may expect, you have to say, Ma, super irukuma. Ma, your food is good. Brother, your shirt is nice. Uncle, you are taking the class nice. Uncle, your walking is good. Like that, they are expecting some positive. Just they want to get acceptance, not an annoyance. Suppose anyone is in like the simpler maybe we are going to celebrate a colorful day. You people are come in a color dress, not in a uniform to your college. Entering into the classroom, entering into your college, entering into the class, entering into the friends group, but nobody appreciating your saree and jewels and your makeup. How do you feel? Immediately, hey, you may expect your positive emotion from your friend circle, your class teacher, your major staff, and your maybe principal. Maybe your college friends, maybe outsiders, anybody. We need appreciation. If it is neglected, if it is ignored, if it is annoyed, automatically you will lead to the frustrating mind. So please agree and don't ignore anyone. Don't allow them to ignore. Don't get annoyed. At the same time, don't depend upon anybody. Then, 3 types of interpersonal conflict. You people already know this concept because you are learned in your psychology, teaching and learning. In the first year itself, you have learned approach to approach conflict. It's a basic one, it's a simple one, easy to learn. Choosing between 2 attractive alternatives. If I online class gavanikirada, illa na site la andha pakka vera or vela paakalama. Approach avoidance conflict. When a person feels similar degrees of attraction and repulsion. Approach, that means this one I need and this one I don't need. That is
Yeah, your screen is also visible, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Then avoidance. That means 2 things. That means you have to avoid both the things. When competing, alternatives possess negative consequences. இதுவும் வேண்டாம் அதுவும் வேண்டாம் ரெண்டுமே எனக்கு வேண்டாம்னு சொல்றது தான் தேர்ட் கேட்டகரி. இது வேணும் அது வேண்டாம்னு சொல்றது தான் செகண்ட் கேட்டகரி. ரெண்டுமே எனக்கு வேணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்றது தான் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கேட்டகரி. தட்ஸ் வாட் வி ஆர் அப்ரோச் வேணும் அப்ரோச் அவாய்டன்ஸ் வேணும் வேண்டாம், அவாய்டன்ஸ் இது ரெண்டுமே எனக்கு வேண்டாம். Simple I am saying, your friend is asking you to go to the club or to go to some other places to get recreation. Your mother is calling you to go to the temple. That time, the choice is yours. The conflict is yours. Whether both is necessary, but to whom you are saying to avoid or whom you are going to accept. These kind of situation makes the people to be interpersonal conflict. Okay. Then, types of classification of conflict. Nothing but it is an individual level, a group level, and organizational level. Individual levels, I already mentioned in the first one, intra-individual conflict. That means with whom we are going to, whether going to the temple or we are going to the film or in a friend's home. Inter-individual conflict, whether I have to select this color of saree or that color of saree, whether it suits for me or not. Like that, inter-individual conflict. Whether I can choose this particular ring or not. Maybe a jewel selection, maybe in the example of corona situation, which webinar I can attend, this one or that one, inter-individual conflict. Then group level conflict, intra-group and inter-group, group level, that means inner a group side or an outside a group side. Then organization level conflict, intra-organizational conflict, that means in college level, in inter-college level. Intra-organizational conflict among our college organizations itself. Intra means inner, inter means in outside of the classroom. That means outside of the organization. Then, okay, right. 8 types of internal conflict. If you rectify your internal conflict, automatically your inter-conflict in a group level, non-group level, or in an organization level, everything will be solved because you are ready to rectify your internal conflict. So first of all, I have to know that what are all the mental conflict in my mind that makes me to lead a abnormal person, that means mental illness person. So that I have to rectify. So first thing, you have to rectify yourself. Changing of ourselves is first, then only we can change others. It is not an easy way to change others immediately without a God help, without our change. Okay. The 8th one, that means the 8 types of internal conflict. Do you feel like you are going aggressive? Internal conflict is the experience of having opposing psychological beliefs, desires, impulses, or feelings. Types of conflict. First one, moral conflict. I still remember my school days. In our timetable itself, they have given a moral class, value education period. Still, I remember my Holy Family School moral teacher, Mrs. Maria. She's a sewing teacher, that means a handicraft teacher, art and craft teacher. But she used to start the classes with us many stories, but which are all the core of the values, moral values. That time we may never consider the particular moral values because it is an age of a childhood period only. But after that, nowadays, we are teaching every day, we are learning many sources how to develop a moral values to them. But it is very conflict. Exactly. Once it is rectified, we can easily follow. ஒழுக்கம் விழுப்பம் தரலாம், விழலாம் ஒழுக்கம், விழணும் ஓம்பப்படும். ஒழுக்கம் மட்டும்தான் என்னைக்குமே நல்லது. Then sexual conflict. Nowadays the divorce is raised because of the sexual conflict. We have to thank our God because we are not following the Western culture. Because the marriage, the family commitments, the love and affection is not as important in the Western culture. But we are not like that. The sexual binding is make the people to be very intimate, bondage, a family responsibility because of this one. But nowadays, it is conflict with one another. But it will take some time to understand the equality, to understand the particular individual with one another. Then religious conflict. It's the current news, religious conflict. Spirituality is very important, but we have to think that each and every individual have their own religious faith that we have to respect. We should not force them to do anything that never accept by the opponent person. Then political conflict. We know that ADMK, many because of this politics. Not only in social politics, even in this politics is available in all the places. In our classroom, in our staff room, among our friends, among our family, many places. And then love conflict. Love conflict. When I am mentioning the word love, don't think about it in a wrong way. It is not a wrong one, but it is an needed one, but expression of the love, when and where, to whom, with which level of the particular love is very important. Mother's love, father's love, brother's love, siblings' love, many things. So love is not a negative word, it is a very good word, but the social media make it again a negative word. Self-image conflict. Yes, என்னை ஒரு பொருட்டாவே மதிக்கலப்பா, என்னை வீட்டுக்கு வந்தாங்க என்னை பார்த்து நல்லா இருக்கியான்னு கூட கேட்கல. Like that we need some self-esteem, that is a self-image, we have some image that makes our conflict. And interpersonal conflict within ourselves and intra. This interpersonal means we have to rectify our conflict mentality with others. Then existential conflict, that means from the other side, so it means an environmental. Okay. Next one. How I rectify these kinds of conflict? Some of the causes are so coming to spoil our mental health, to develop a mental illness, enrich the mental disorder. Why? Causes of relationship conflicts. Causes of relationship conflicts. That is first one, miscommunication, strong emotions, stereotyping, then repetitive negative behavior. Miscommunication. நம்ம ஒன்று சொல்லியிருப்போம், அவங்க போய் அங்கே வேற ஏதாவது சொல்லியிருப்பாங்க. ஸ்ட்ராங் எமோஷன், சில நேரங்கள் நம்மளோட எமோஷன் ரொம்ப வெளிப்படுத்துவோம், அதுவும் கூட அந்த ரிலேஷன்ஷிப்புள்ள கோவப்படும். தென் ஸ்டீரியோடைப்பிங். ஸ்டீரியோடைப்பிங் உங்களுக்கு தெரியும்ல, நிறைய விஷயங்கள்ல நம்ம ஒரே மாதிரி இல்லாமல் பல ஆங்கிளில் பல விஷயங்கள் பேசுறது. ரெப்பிட்டேட்டிவ் நெகட்டிவ் பிஹேவியர், திரும்ப திரும்ப அதே மாதிரி தப்பு பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கிறது. தென் காசஸ் ஆஃப் டேட்டா கான்ஃப்ளிக்ட், lack of information, misinformation, differing views on data's relevance, and different interpretations of data. Causes of value conflicts, different ways of life, ideology, word view, etc. Different criteria for evaluating ideas. Then causes of structural conflict, unequal authority, unequal control of resources, time constraints. Causes of interest conflict, perceived or actual competition over interest. Procedural interest, psychological interest, that also causes the particular conflict. How can we say that it is an interest makes the conflict? Because if you are interested in some other thing, that makes the conflict because of another person, maybe within yourself. Take an example of the game, the online game, which makes an interest that leads the particular guy to commit a suicide because of this interest conflict. Structural conflict, simple example, unequal authority. Suppose, take an example of maybe a very good example of daughter-in-law and mother-in-law. Unequal authority. The daughter-in-law maybe thinks that while entering the new family, she is authority of that, but not just like that. But the mother-in-law is an authority of a particular family. So many years, so unequal authority. We need some equality. After some time, some more years, wait for that. That authority may come. But அவ்வளோ நாள் பொறுமை நமக்கு இருக்காது. Okay, right. Causes of value conflicts, different ways of life. Each one has their own values in their life, own style of living in their life. So that we couldn't compel them, you have to follow this one and that one, everything. Even take an example of simple one, how many of them are following the signal? It's a common value, common known rules and everything. Everyone has to behave the particular one. Everyone should behave the particular rules in the roadside. But even a literate also never bother about the particular signals. They simply cross there without seeing the signal. So the value makes the conflict also. Then next one is the how I have to get out from this particular one. How I have to get comfort zone in my family and friends and my classroom situation, in staff room and college, neighborhood. First one, competing, then collaborating, accommodating and avoiding. Why I have given that assertiveness and cooperative in both sides? If your assertiveness is increased, automatically your competing and collaborating level will be increased. If your assertiveness is in decreased level, automatically you are trying to avoid and accommodate with one another. Here, the horizontal level, I have given that a cooperative. If your cooperation is low, automatically you are avoiding a particular person. If your cooperation is high, automatically you can accommodate with the person. Take an example of simple one. While you are entering into the new home or in a friend's home, you never expect the cooperation with the particular new family. But after that, your cooperation level is increased, automatically the family will accommodate you. Immediately they invite you. Why your friend is not in a good mood today, why she doesn't come today. Like that they will ask, because of your cooperation will express in the high level. It is applicable in the staff room. If you are absent today, if you are having assertiveness or a cooperativeness in a higher order level, assertiveness in a lower order level, automatically they will give that in a positive words to in your absence. But based upon your behavior only, you can follow that. Next one. How to face the conflict in a distinct way. Everyone is facing the conflict, but how, as a teachers, as a second parents, how we have to face the conflict. Without conflict in a life, we couldn't lead a life. அப்படி ஒருவேளை வாழ்க்கையில போராட்டமே இல்லாம இருந்தா நம்மளாம் கடவுளே நினைக்க மாட்டோம். கடவுள் இருக்காருன்னு மனசுக்காக தான் சில கான்செப்டை நமக்கு கொண்டு வராங்க. நம்மளே உருவாக்கிக்கிறோம். கொண்டு வராங்க இல்ல, நம்மளே உருவாக்கிக்கிறோம். That's why in the previous sessions I have told that mental health is based upon our own action. நம்மளுடைய செயல்கள் தான் நமக்கு வரும். முற்பகல் செய்யும் பிற்பகல் தமக்கு என்ன தானே வரும். அதான் எதை விதைக்கிறாயோ அதை அறுவடை செய்வாய். So how to face the conflict with my God? என்னோட Almighty Godோட நான் எப்படி இந்த conflict situation face பண்ண போறேன். Okay, if you want you can take a note. Love your God. Love your God. I didn't give the points to the next slide. If you want you can make a note. Love your guide. That means God. He is a good guide. So love your God. Second, love human being. Love human being. Why have I mentioned love your God? God is a full pack of life out, even in this pandemic situation. He blessed us with the proper food, proper electronic gadgets, curing ability, with patience, even though if you feel hungry, sorry. So these much of blessings will arise only from our God. Why I have mentioned the second one, love human being. Without them, how can God express an emotion of love to you? நம்ம யாராவது நேசிக்கிறோம்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க, நம்ம அம்மாவை நேசிக்கிறோம், இல்லை நம்ம டீச்சரை நேசிக்கிறோம், அவங்கள்ட்ட நம்ம எப்படி வெளிப்படுத்துவோம்? அதை ஏதாவது ஒரு கிஃப்ட் கொடுப்போம். ஓகே, I expect your answer from your chat box. How you express your love to your friend, that means your girlfriend, or a same-sex friend, or maybe your teacher, or maybe your mother. How you are expressing your love? Shall I get the answer from the chat box? Hug, kiss. Take care, say it out. Take care, happy moment, helping, preparing favorite food, super, care, concern, gifts. Hug. Okay, sharing of their feeling. Good, very good, very good. So we people are expecting and expressing the particular emotion of love based upon the person. If you are loving your lovable husband, immediately your expression is somewhat different, somewhat unique. Your friend, unique. Mother, unique. So every individual expects the emotions or expressing the emotion to the love to the particular human being based upon their behavior. Yes. Third one, avoid the action which are all not accepted and liked by God. Avoid the action which are all not accepted and liked by the கடவுளுக்கு எதெல்லாம் விருப்பம் இல்லையோ அந்த காரியங்கள் எல்லாத்தையுமே நம்ம விரும்பக்கூடாது. Fourth one, honesty to the Lord. கடவுளுக்கு உண்மையா இருக்கணும், to ready to accept. Then fifth one, be blessed. ஆசீர்வதிக்கப்பட்டவங்களா? எப்பவுமே நம்ம வந்து நல்லா இருப்போமா அப்படின்னு ஒரு 4 பேர், ஒரு 2 பேர், ஒரு ஆள் நம்ம அம்மா இல்ல நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்டு, நல்லா இருப்படி, அது வேற மாதிரி கூட சொல்லுவாங்க, நல்லா இருப்படி அப்படி இல்லை, ரியலி in a positive way. That is very important. Then obey the Lord. Obey the Lord. That is very, very, very important. Especially the corona makes the individual to bind with the Lord in prolonged time. Usually our family prayer is maybe half an hour because of our working hours is increased. But the corona period we are all spending more time with the family, so the timing, the family prayer timing may be increased. That we have to thank to the particular virus. என்ன எப்படி சொல்றீங்க? No, not like that. இப்போ நினைச்சு பாருங்க, நீங்க உங்களோட ப்ரேயர் எப்போ பண்றீங்க? ஒண்ணு யாராவது உடம்பு சரியில்லைன்னா, இல்லை உங்களுக்கு ஏதாவது எக்ஸாம் வந்தா, இல்லைன்னா ஏதாவது மனசு கஷ்டமா இருந்தா. எப்பவுமே வந்து கடவுளுக்கு நம்ம நன்றி சொல்லணும். எப்பவுமே நம்ம கடவுள்கிட்ட கேஷுவலா ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு மாதிரி பேசணும். தென் 7th one, தாழ்ச்சி. தட் மீன்ஸ் ரொம்ப எப்படி சொல்றது, நம்மளே வந்து ஒரு ஹையரோட லெவல் கொண்டு போகாம நத்திங் லைக் தட் யூ ஹேவ் டு சே. தென் 8th one, பிரமாணிக்கமாய் இருன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. தட் மீன்ஸ் the higher level of honesty. In Christian marriages, we used to say that பிரமாணிக்கமாய் இருப்பேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். ஹஸ்பண்ட் அண்ட் ஒய்ஃப்குள்ள ஒருத்தர் கேட்கும்போது அதை சொல்லுவோம், நோயிலும் நொடியிலும் இன்பத்திலும் துன்பத்திலும். ஏன்னா மேம் நிறைய பேர் சொல்லுவாங்க, என்ன மேம் ஞாபகப்படுத்துறீங்க அப்படின்னு. எக்ஸாக்ட்லி. ஈவன் ஹிந்து மேரேஜஸ் ஆல்சோ they are committed because of this. You are having யாகம் வளர்த்தெல்லாம் நீங்கள் சுற்றி வருவீங்க இல்லையா, அதெல்லாம் வந்து பர்டிகுலர் வே ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்பிரஷன் ஆர் ஷோயிங் யுவர் ஹானஸ்டி டு யுவர் ஹபி. Then request wisdom. Always you have to ask your God to request the wisdom, to get the wisdom. ஞானம், அறிவை விட அடுத்த ஸ்டேஜ். That you have to get from only the God, not from any resources. Then gratitude. That means be a great gratitude people. நன்றி உள்ளவோடு இரு. இதெல்லாம் இருந்தா நம்ம எப்படி வந்து இந்த கான்ஃப்ளிக்டை ஃபேஸ் பண்ண முடியும்? கண்டிப்பா ஃபேஸ் பண்ண முடியும். எப்படி அப்படின்னா, நம்மளுடைய சிச்சுவேஷன் பொறுத்து, நம்ம எப்படி பிஹேவ் பண்ணணுன்றதை பொறுத்து கடவுள் நம்ம கூட எப்பவுமே இருக்கிற மாதிரி இருக்கும். நிறைய விஷயங்கள் நமக்கு பாருங்க, அனலைஸ் பண்ணி பாருங்களேன். That's why I started at a particular session. In the first itself, you have to take a paper, write down the list, what are all the elements which you make you or down you to your mental health, or down you to lead a mental illness life. No need. Just rectify it. Get out from the particular conflict. Just analyze yourself first and then rectify with others. நம்ம காரணமாக நிறைய இடத்துல இருக்கோம். நம்மளுடைய நம்பர் 1 எதுவாக இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறீங்க? நம்மளுடைய பிடிவாதம். நெகட்டிவாக சொல்லல, நம்மளோட adamant that makes you people very to reach the particular topic because of you wish the particular one that you want to gain, that you have to obtain. That's the first thing. Because you desired, you deserved it. You deserved it. That is absolutely correct. Okay, good. Go ahead. But you desired, must hand out to the God. If He needs, He accepts. It means the God accepts. Automatically it comes. அவர் படத்தை சொன்னா கிடைக்கும்ன்றது கிடைக்காம கண்டிப்பா இருக்காது. கண்டிப்பா கிடைக்கும். கடவுள் தடுத்தால் அது கிடைக்கவே கிடைக்காது. கடவுள் தடுக்கவே மாட்டாரு. ஆனா அதுக்கு கொஞ்சம் நாள் ஆகும். பட் யூ ஹேவ் டு பி வெயிட் வித் தி பக்கா பேஷன்ஸ். அதுதான் நமக்கு நிறைய குறைவு இல்லை? ஓகே, ரைட். ஸோ let me conclude this. Mental illness is nothing but a conflict, and we also studied the previous mental health, which is automatically into the mental hygiene, that we have to prevent and destroy our mental illness, develop the mental hygiene, get along with the family and the God to improve your mental illness, mental health and mental hygiene. Then only we can lead a peaceful life during this situation. Shall I ask one question? Can you send the answer through the chat box? How many of you feel this situation, this corona situation, this pandemic situation, I never lose my mental health because my family is taking care of me? And here I am mentioning that family means your friends also included, your college also included, your whomever may be, your lovable persons also included in the situation. So can you please send your answer? How many of you feel it is no, I am never bothered about this pandemic situation, ma'am, because I am having a good mental health. I was not affected by any mental illness. Shall I get the answer? Good. Yes, ma'am, I am blessed. I am praying. I am enjoying with the family. Till I was pursued by family problem. Okay. I am using this time very well. Good. When I say don't feel, we are all with you. Your friends are with you. Along with me, my family, I am very happy. I am blessed because of my parents taking care of me. Good time with my family. Studying exam and my career. Good. Focus on our health. Parents taking care of me. I miss my friends. Really, we are all missing our friends. Really, I miss my students because they are all my energy. I miss my faculty. They are all my boosters. They are all my healthy competitors. Okay, then I'm going. I couldn't see your chatting. I am gaining new. Very good. This is what we expect. Spending time with the family is really needed. Good. Love with others. Helping to my mom. Good. One more suggestion. If you have time to spend with the garden area in your home or create a garden, speak with the plants. That will improve your mental health. That at the same time, the plant is also getting more energy from you. That means the carbon dioxide will received by the plants and automatically it grows with a very beautiful manner. It is happening in our home. I used to watering the plants along with my kid. I pick up her every day, morning and evening. I used to walk with her and ask her to stand near to each plant and say to the plant, good morning, good evening. She used to say like that. Many times my hubby, that means her father, says that both of them are behaving like some other people. I said that no, daddy, it is a very good habit because the plant wants to speak to us. But like our God's blessing, we are able to speak with one another through the communication problem. That means your language. But the plant is expressing the love and emotion through flower or maybe fruits in many angles. So if you want to express your mental health through your family, consider the particular plants also in your family, pets also in your family, and treat them and watering the plants. That will be receiving the blessings from the God. Even I have studied in MSc Yoga also. That time I have studied the great Arabinda Mira ma'am. Amma என்ன சொல்லிருப்பாங்க அப்படின்னா she used to say that while you are wasting the sun non-living things, it means like our chapels, we are after that we are used that it is a useless one. That time also we have poured it in a small news wrapper that you pour it very nicely and gently and keep it to the dustbin and save the particular chapel or it may be whatever the things it may be, you have to just consider this a useless one. You have to express that this is thank you and speak my petitions to the Lord to get relaxed from the particular pain and some mental illness from that particular one. So that particular non-living thing enter into the God's area, that means God's presence, and then that particular non-living matter will speak to us in a non-living way, and the blessings comes from that particular one. See how much of hope or belief in that area because of the knowledge. Even a non-living thing means our plants and kids, that means our pet animals are very they are all expecting our emotions. So with my words, I don't want to prolong your time because it is already feeling so much of hungry. செவிக்கு உள்ள உணவில்லாத போது வயிற்றுக்கு உணவில்லாத போது செவிக்கு இது ஈயப்படுமா ரொம்ப நேரம் கொடுத்தாலும் போர் அடிக்கும் இல்லையா? So the mental illness will be rectified within our family, first within ourselves, second within our family, third with the area. That means your friend circle, your family, in well you are considering that in nearby home and in your plants, in your pet animals. So நீங்க சொல்லலாம் நான் அபார்ட்மெண்ட்ல கூட இருக்கேன், நான் எங்க மேம் இருக்கலாம். You can keep in a kitchen garden. Nowadays they are used to develop the kitchen garden even in the childhood onwards. So try to do that. Get relaxed. Don't get any pandemic mental illness within you. The situation may be changed with God and with God's presence. We all be leading a peaceful life. I pray for you, everyone. Your friends are there. Don't feel that your friends are missing. You can talk to them through the electronic gadgets. Without them, without these gadgets, without knowing the gadgets, without utilization of the gadgets, many of them are still alive. Still they are connecting with one another. But we are all blessed because of the God who communicate with you these using of this particular gadgets. So don't feel like that. Physically we are missing you, but mentally we are satisfying you, trying to satisfy you. Through this, I can include this particular session. Then after that, if you need some more clarification in this mental illness, mental health and conflict and frustration, please inform me earlier or in this session, after the session through chat box you can give it to me. I will take it for you. Because of you only I am studying. I am learning. I started my learning because of you only. Thank you for that. At the same time, I have to wish everyone to give this great opportunity to mingling with you in every angle, in every session. Then surely this center, this is our center, and our session will be continued in the next Tuesday, but in a various topic in the unit 9. Okay. Before that, if you want to inform me earlier in the particular chapters, please inform me through the chat. If you are satisfied, leave it. If you have a negative, don't bother with me. I will rectify it because of your sake. Thank you one and all. Thank you. See you again.
Thank you, ma'am. Participants, if you need any clarification. Murgeshwari ma'am? Yes ma'am. Yes,
thank you,
you
participants. You have given positive comments only. Thank you. I think, but I am not satisfied because I will take some more sites and informative one in next session. Thank you for your appreciation. Thank you for improving my mental health and mental hygiene without any mental illness. Thank you. Thank you. See you again. Thank you, Jamna ma'am. Thank you, Murgeshwari ma'am. I should thank our Honorable Vice Chancellor sir, Registrar sir, Controller of Examination sir, and respected Dr.N.Ramakrishnan sir, my PhD guide, Member Syndicate, and Professor and Head in Tamilnadu Education Technology and Tamilnadu Education University in Chennai. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the team members. And today's host, Mrs. Murgeshwari ma'am, and technical support, Ms. Jamna Rani ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, Honorable Hadagya. I deem it a great honor and privilege to propose the vote of thanks on this memorable occasion. Let me first of all start by giving glory to Almighty God for making today's webinar a resounding success. First of all, I would like to express my gratitude to our Vice Chancellor, Registrar, Controller, and all HODs and all Assistant Professors for all the support and backbone of TNTU. First and foremost, I thank our most valued resource person, Dr. M. Arokya Priscilla Ma'am, Principal, Mangekirti College of Education, who graced us with her presence and guidance. Ma'am, it was an excellent and informative presentation, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing expertise and knowledge with us. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. I take immense pleasure in extending my sincere thanks to our Honorable Program Coordinator, Dr. N. Ramakrishnan, Member Syndicate, Professor and Head, Department of Educational Technology, TNPSC, for his moral support and guidance. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend a special thanks to our College Secretary, Dr. P. Ashok Kumar, and our Managing Director, Mangekirti Group of Institutions, for their grace and support. I thank our technical team who have made this webinar a grand success. I extend a very heartfelt thanks to all delegates who blessed with their presence and took out valuable time of your busy schedule. Once again, I thank everyone for making this program successful. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mureshwari ma'am. One more chat I got. It is Kokila Govindan. You asked that, can you please respond to my question? When will the session will start? You have asked. Surely we will conduct the next session in the next week with the permission of our center head. We will plan at our next session, but after getting the approval of the center head, we will conduct the next session. Thank you. Thank you for the expectation. Are you satisfied? Next week it is sure, but it is approval as to get from our center head. Thank you, Kokila. Kokila ma'am or Kokila Govindan sir and Mini actually. Thank you, Jamna ma'am. Thank you, participants. Please stay back in another webinar through our center. We need your presence. We need your cooperation.
Ma'am, shall we wind up, ma'am?
Yeah. Thank you, Jamna.
Yeah.